New York, often called New York City or NYC, is the most populous city in the United States, located at the southern tip of New York Strait, one of the world's largest natural harbors. The city comprises five both constituencies with a respective country. New York is a global center of finance and commerce, culture, technology, entertainment and media, academics and scientific output. The art, academic and scientific output, the art and fashion, and as home to the headquarters of the United Nations international diplomacy. GDP total 1.206 trillion 2022. Metro 2.163 trillion 2022. With an estimated population in 2023 of 82,58,035, distributed over 300.46 square miles, 778.2 kilometers square. The city is the most densely populated major city in the United States. New York City has more than double the population of Los Angeles, the nation's second most populous city. New York is the geographical and demographical center of both the Northeast megalopolis and the New York metropolitan area, the largest metropolitan area in the US by both population and urban area, with more than 20.1 million people in metropolitan statistical area and 23.5 million in its combined statistical area as of 2020. New York City is one of the world's most populous megacity. The city and its metropolitan area are the premier gateway for legal immigration to the United States. As many as 800 languages are spoken in New York City, making it the most linguistically diverse city in the world. In 2021, the city was home to nearly 3.1 million residents born outside the US, the largest foreign-born population of any city in the world. New York City traced its origin to Fort Amsterdam and a trading post founded on Manhattan Island by Dutch colonists around 1624. The settlement was named New Amsterdam in 1626 and was chartered as a city in 1653. The city came under English control in 1664 and was temporarily renamed New York after King Charles II granted the land to his brother, the Duke of York, before being permanently renamed New York in November 1674. New York City was the US capital from 1785 until 1719. The modern city was founded by the 1898 consolidating of its five boroughs: Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, and Staten Island, adjoined by Wall Street in the financial district Manhattan. New York City has been called both the world premium financial and fintech center and the most economically powerful city in the world. As of 2022, the New York metropolitan area is the largest metropolitan economy in the world, with a gross metropolitan product of over 2.16 trillion. If the New York metropolitan area were its own country, it would have the 10th largest economy in the world. The city is home to the world's two largest stock exchanges by market capitalization of their listed companies, the New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq. New York City is an established safe haven for global investors. As of 2023, New York City is the most expensive city in the world for expatriates and has by a wide margin the highest US city residential rent, and Fifth Avenue is the most expensive shopping street in the world. New York City is home by a significant margin to the highest number of billionaires, individuals of ultra high net worth greater than 13 billion, and millionaires of any city in the world. In the pre-Columbian era, the era of present-day New York City was inhabited by, including the Lenape, their homeland known as include the present-day area of Staten Island, Manhattan. The first documented visit in New York Harbor by a European was in 1524 by explorer Giovanni de Verrazzano. He claimed the area of France and named it New Algorlem. A Spanish expedition led by the Portugal capital sailing for Emperor Charles V arrived in New York Harbor in January 1525 and charted the mouth of the Hudson River. A permanent European presence near New York Harbor was established in 1624, making New York the fourth oldest continuously occupied European established settlement in the continental United States, with the founding of a Dutch fur trading settlement on Governor Island. In 1625, construction was started on a citadel and Fort Amsterdam, later called New Amsterdam, on present-day Manhattan Island. The colony of New Amsterdam extended from the south strip of Manhattan to modern-day Wall Street, where a 12 feet (3.7 meter) wooden stockade was built in 1653 to protect against Native American and English raid. In 1626, the Dutch colonial director General Peter Minuit, as charged by the Dutch West India Company, purchased the island of Manhattan from a small Lenape band. In 1664, unable to summon any significant resistance, surrounded New Amsterdam to English troops led by Colonel Richard Nichols without bloodshed. The term of the surrender permanent Dutch resident to remain in the colony and allowed for regional freedom. The STOP Act Congress met in New York in October 1765 at the Sons of Liberty organization emerged as the city and skirmished over the next 10 years with British troops stationed there. The Battle of Long Island, the largest battle of the American Revolutionary War, was fought in August 1776 within modern-day Brooklyn, a British route of the Continental Army at the Battle of Fort Washington in November 1776 eliminated the last American stronghold in Manhattan, causing Washington and his force to retreat across the Hudson River to New Jersey, pursued by British force. In 1969, the Stonewall Road were a series of violent protests by members of the gay community against a police raid that took place in the early morning of June 28, 1969, at the Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village. New York City is situated in the northwestern United States. In southeastern New York State, approximately halfway between Washington, D.C. and Boston. Its location at the mouth of the Hudson River. Environmental issues in New York City are affected by the city size, density, abundant public transportation infrastructure, and its location at the mouth of the Hudson River. For example, it is one of the country's biggest source of pollution and has the lowest per capita greenhouse gas emission rate and electricity uses. Governor Island is planned to host a 1 billion research and education center to make New York City the global leader in addressing the climate crisis. As an oceanic port city, New York City is vulnerable to long-term manifestation of global warming like sea level rise accelerated by land subsidence. Climate change has spawned the development of a significant climate resiliency and environmental sustainability economy in the city. New York City has forced on reducing its environmental impact and carbon footprint. Mass transit use is the highest in the United States. New York high rate of public transit use, more than 610,000 daily cycling trips as of 2022, and many pedestrian commuters make it the most energy efficient major city in the United States. Walk and bicycle models of travel account for 21% of the models for trip in the city. Nationality. The rate for metro region is about 8% in both its 2011 and 2015 ranking. Walk score named New York City the most walkable large city in the United States, and in 2018, Stryker ranked New York the most walkable US city. Citibank sponsored public bicycle for the City Bike Share project, which became known as City Bike in 2013. New York City numerical in region cycling indicator of bicycling in the city had hit an all-time high of 437 when measured in 2014. New York City drinking water supply is extracted from the projected Catskill Mountain watershed. As a result of the watershed integrity and undistributed natural water filtration system, New York is one of the only four major cities in the United States. The majority of whose drinking water is pure enough not to require purification through water treatment plant. The city's manipulation water system is the largest in the United States, moving more than 1 billion US gallon, 3.8 billion liter of water daily from a watershed covering 1,900 square mile. According to the 2016 World Health Organization Global Urban Ambient Air Pollution Database, the annual average concentration in New York City air of particulate matter measuring 2.5 micrometer or less PM was 7.0 microgram per cubic meter. New York City is the most populous city in the United States with 8,80,419 residents as of the 2020 United States Census, its highest decennial count ever, incorporating more immigration into the city than out migration since the 2010 census. More than twice as many people live in the New York City as in Los Angeles, the second most populous US city. The city population in 2020 was 31.2% white, non-Hispanic 29.0%, Hispanic or Latino 23.1%, Black or African American, non-Hispanic 14.5%, Asian and 0.6%, Native American, non-Hispanic with 8.9%, listing two or more race. A total of 3.4% of the non-Hispanic population identified with more than one race. Between 2010 and 2020, New York City gained 629,000 residents, more than any other US city, and a greater amount than the total sum of the gain over the said decade of the next four largest US cities, Los Angeles, Chicago, Houston, and Phoenix combined. The city population destiny of 2,07,744.1 inhabitant per square mile, make it the densest of any American municipality with a population about 1 lakh. The metropolitan area has the largest Asian Indian population in the Western Hemisphere, the largest Russian American, Italian American, and African American population, the largest Dominican American, Puerto Rican American, and South American, and second largest overall Hispanic population in the United States, numbering 4.8 million. Ecuador, Colombia, Guyana, Peru, Brazil are the top source countries from South America for immigrants to the New York City region. The Dominican Republic, Jamaica, Haiti, and Tobago in the Caribbean, Nigeria, Egypt, Ghana, Tanzania, Kenya, South Africa, from Africa, and El Salvador. In Central America, New York contains the highest total Asian population of any US city. Proportion American in New York City, according to the 2010 census, number more than 1.2 million, greater than the combined totals of San Francisco and Los Angeles. New York has the largest Chinese population of any city outside Asia. Manhattan, Chinatown is the highest concentration of Chinese people in the Western Hemisphere, and Queens is home to the largest Tibetan population outside area. Christianity is the largest religion, 59% in the New York City, which is home to the highest number of churches of any city in the world. Catholicism is the largest Christian denomination, 33%, followed by Protestantism, 23%, and other Christian denominations, 3%. The Latin Catholic population is primarily served by the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New York and Diocese of Brooklyn, while Eastern Catholics are divided into numerous jurisdictions throughout the city. New York City has the largest educational system of any city in the world. The city educational infrastructure spans primary education, secondary education, higher education, and research. The New York City public school system, managed by New York City Department of Education, is the largest public school system in the United States, serving about 1.1 million students in approximately 1,800 separate primary and secondary schools, including charter school. As of 2017 to 2018 school year, the New York City Charter School Center assists the setup of New York Charter School. There are approximately 900 additional privately run secular and regional schools in the city. The New York Public Library, NYPL, has the largest collection of any public library system in the United States. Queens is served by the Queens Broad Public Library, QPL, the nation's second largest public library system, while the Brooklyn Public Library, BPL, served Brooklyn. More than a million students, the highest number of any city in the United States, are enrolled in the city. More than 120 highest education institutions, with then half of a million in the city. University of New York CUNY system alone as of 2020, including both degree and professional program. According to academic ranking of all universities, New York City has on average the best highest higher education institution of any global city. The public CUNY system comprises 25 institutions across all 5 broad senior college, community college, and other graduate professional school. The public state University of New York SUNY system include campus in New York City, including SUNY Downstate Health Science University, Fashion Institute of Technology, SUNY Maritime College, and SUNY College of Optometry. New York City is home to such notable private universities as Barnard College, Columbia University, Cooper Union, Fordham University, New York University, New York Institute of Technology, Rockefeller University, Mercy University, Cornell Tech, and Ishiba University. Several of those universities are ranked among the top universities in the world, while some of the world's most prestigious institutes like Princeton University and Yale University remain in New York metropolitan area. Much of the scientific research in the city is done in medicine and the life science. In 2019, the New York metropolitan area ranked first on the list of cities and metropolitan area by share of published article in life sciences. New York City has the most postgraduate life science degree awarded annually in the United States. And in 2012, 43,523 licensed physicians were practicing in New York City. There are 127 Nobel laureates with wrote in local institute as of 2004. New York City is a center of healthcare and medical training with employment of over 750,000 in the city healthcare sector. Private hospitals in the New York City include the Hospital for Special Surgery, Lenox Hill Hospital, Long Island Jewish Medical Center, Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, Mount Sinai Hospital, New York Presbyterian Hospital, and NYU Langone Health Medical School include NUNY, Downstate College of Medicine in Brooklyn, Albert Einstein College of Medicine in the Bronx, and CUNY School of Medicine, Touro College of Osteopathic Medicine, Columbia University of Physician and Surgeon, University of Medicine in Manhattan, NYC Health Plus Hospital. SSC is a public benefit corporation established in 1969, which operates the city public hospital and a network of outpatient clinic. As of 2021, SSC is the largest municipal healthcare system in the United States with 10.9 billion in annual revenue. SSC serves 1.4 million patients, including more than 475,000 uninsured city residents. SSC operates 11 acute care hospitals, 4 skilled nursing facilities, 6 diagnostic and treatment centers, and more than 700 community-based primary care sites serving primarily the city poor and working class residents. SSC Metro Plus Health Plan is one of the New York City largest provider of government-sponsored health insurance, enrolling 670,000 city residents as of June 2022. SSC facilities annually provide service to millions of New Yorkers, interpreted in more than 119 languages. The best known hospital in the SSC system in Bellevue Hospital, the oldest public hospital in the United States, established in 1736. Bellevue is the designated hospital for treatment of the President of the United States and other world leaders should they require care while in the New York City. The city banned smoking in most part of restaurant in 1995 and prohibited smoking in bar, restaurant, and place of public employment in 2003. In August 2017, Mayor Bill de Blasio signed legislation outlawing pharmaceuticals from selling cigarettes once their existing license to do so expired beginning in 2018. New York City enforces a right to shelter law, guarantee shelter to any who need it regardless of their immigration, social, economic, or housing status, which entail providing adequate shelter and food. As a result, while New York has the highest total homeless population of US cities, only 5% were unsheltered by the city, representing a significantly lower percentage of outdoor homelessness than in other cities. As of 2023, There were 92,824 homeless people sleeping nightly in New York City shelter system. The New York Police Department (NYPD) is the largest police force in the United States with more than 36,000 sworn officers, more than triple the size of the Chicago Police Department. Members of the NYPD are frequently referred to the politicians, the media, and their own police car by the nickname New York Fitness. The city saw a spike in crime in the 1970s through 1990s. Crime overall has trended downward in New York City since the 1990s. Violent crime decreased more than 75% from 1993 to 2005 and continued decreasing during period when the nation as a whole saw increase. The NYPD's Stop a Freaks program was declared unconstitutional in 2013 as a policy of indirect radical profiling of black a Hispanic resident. Author claim of disparate impact continue in subsequent years. The city had set a record high of 2,245 murderers in 1990 and subsequently hit a near 700-year record low of 289 in 2018. The number of murder and the rate of 3.3 per 1 lakh resident in 2017 was the lowest since 1951. New York City recorded 386 murders in 2023, a decline of 12% from the previous year. New York City had one of the lowest homicide rate among the 10 largest US cities at 5.5 per 1 lakh resident in 2021, behind San Jose, California at 3.1 per 1 lakh. New York City has a stricter gun law than most other cities in the US. A license to own any firearm is required in New York City, and the NY SAFE Act of 2013 banned assault weapon, and New York State had the fifth lowest gun death rate of the state in 2020. New York City is a global hub of business and commerce, sometimes called the capital of the world. Greater New York City is the world's largest metropolitan economy, with a gross metropolitan product estimated at 2.16 trillion in 2022. New York is a center of the worldwide banking and finance, healthcare and life sciences, medical technology and research, retailing, world trade, transportation, tourism, real estate, new media, traditional media, advertising, legal service, accountancy, insurance, and the art in the United States, while Silicon Valley metronyms for New York board Spectrum High Technology Sphere continue to expand. The Port of New York and New Jersey is a major economic engine benefiting post-Panamax from the expansion of the Panama Canal. Many Fortune 500 corporations are headquartered in New York City, as are a large number of multinational corporations. New York City has been ranked first among cities across the globe in attracting capital, business, and tourists. New York City role as the top global center for the advertising agency in metonymously reflecting as Madison Avenue. The city's fashion industry previous approximately 180,000 employees with 11 billion in annual wealth. Significant other economic sectors include universities and profit institution manufacturing declined over the 20th century but still account for significant employment. The city apparel and garment industry, historically centered on the garment district in Mahanthan, peaked in 1915s when more than 3,23,000 workers were employed in the industry in New York. In 2015, fewer than 23,000 New York City residents were employed in the industry, although revival efforts were underway, and the American fashion industry continued to be metonymized as 7th Avenue in 2017. The city had 205,092 employee firms, of which 22.0% were owned by women, 31.3% were minority owned, and 2.7% were owned by veterans. In 2022, the gross domestic product of New York City was 1.053 trillion, of which 781 billion, 74% was product by Manhattan. Like other large cities, New York City has a degree of income disparity as indicated by its Gini coefficient of 0.55 as of 2022. In November 2023, the city had total employment of over 4.75 million, of which more than a quarter were in education and health service. Manhattan, which accounted for more than half of the city job, had an average weekly wage 2,590 in the second quarter of 2023, ranking fourth highest among the nation's 360 largest countries. New York City is one of the relatively few American cities levying an income tax about 3% on its residents. Despite this tax levy, New York City in 2024 was home by a significant margin to the highest number of billionaires of any city in the world, with a total of 110. New York City's most important economic sector lies in its role as the headquarters for the U.S. financial industry. Known as Wall Street, Lower Manhattan is home of the New York Stock Exchange at 11 Wall Street and the Nasdaq at 165 Broadway, representing the world's largest and second largest stock exchange respectively when measured both by overall average daily trading volume and by total market capitalization of their listing companies in 2013. In fiscal year 2013 to 2014, Wall Street securities industry generated 19% of New York State tax revenue. New York City remains the largest global center for trading in public equity and debt capital market, driven in part by the size and financial development of the U.S. economy. New York also leads in huge fund management, private equity, and the monetary volume of merger and acquisition. Several investment bank and investment manager headquartered in Manhattan are important participants in other global financial centers. New York is the principal commercial banking center of the United States. Manhattan continued over 500 million square feet, 46.5 million square feet of office space in 2018, making New York City the largest office market in the world, while Midtown Manhattan, with 400 million square feet, 37.2 million square feet in 2018, is the largest central business district in the world. Tech and biotech. New York is a top-tier global technology hub. Silicon Valley, once a midtown for the sphere encompassing the metropolitan region, high technology industries, is no longer relevant moniker, as the city tech environment has expanded dramatically both in location and in scope since at least 2003, when tech business appeared in more places in Manhattan and in other broader and not much Silicon was involved. New York City current tech sphere encompasses the array of application involving universal application of artificial intelligence, AI, broadband internet, new media, finance, technology, fintech, and cryptocurrency, biotechnology, game design, and other fields within information technology that are supported by its entrepreneurship ecosystem and venture capital investment, technology driven startup companies, and entrepreneurial environment and are growing in New York City and the region. The technology sector has been claiming a greater share of New York City economy since 2010. Tech in New York City, founded in 2016, is a non-profit organization which represents New York City technology industry with a government, civil institution in business and in the media, and what's primary goal are to future agreement New York substantial tech talent base and to advocate for policies that will nurture tech companies to grow in the city. New York City AI sector raised 483.6 million in venture capital investment in 2022. In 2023, New York unveiled the first comprehensive initiative to create both a framework of rules and a chatbot to regulate the US AI within the sphere of city government. The biotechnology sector is growing in New York City based on the city strength in academic, scientific research, and public and commercial financial support. On December 19, 2011, Mayor Michael R. Bloomberg announced his choice of Cornell University and Technical Israel Institute of Technology to build $2 billion graduate school of applied science called Cornell Tech on Roosevelt Island, with the goal of transforming New York City into the world premier technology capital. New York City real estate is a safe haven for global investors. The total value of all New York City property was as you assessed at 1.479 trillion for the 2017 fiscal year, an increase of 6.1% from the previous year. Of the total market value, single family homes accounted for 765 billion, 51.7%. Condominiums, co-op, and apartment building total 351 billion, 23.7%, and commercial properties were valued at 317 billion, 21.4%. Fifth Avenue in Midtown Manhattan commanded the highest retail rent in the world at 2,000 per square foot in 2023. New York City has one of the highest cost of living in the world, which is exacerbated by the city housing shortage. In 2023, one bedroom apartment in Manhattan rented at median monthly price of 4,443 US dollar. The median house price citywide is over 1 million as of 2023, with 33,000 units available in 2023 among the city 2.3 million rentable apartment. The vacancy rate was 1.4%, the lowest level since 1968, and a rate that is indicative of a shortage of available unit, especially among those with a rent below a monthly rental of 1,615, where less than 1% of units were available. Permanently high demand from younger adults has pushed medium monthly one-bedroom apartment rent in New York City over $4,000 and two-bedroom rent over $5,000 by a significant margin, the highest in the US. Tourism is a vital industry of New York City, and NYC Tourism Plus Convention represents the city office Bureau of Tourism. New York has witnessed a growing combined volume of international and domestic tourists, with as many 66.6 million visitors to the city per year, including as many as 13.5 million visitors from outside the United States, with the highest number from the United Kingdom, Canada, Brazil, China. Multiple sources have called New York the most photographed city in world. I love you, New York Styles. NY is both a logo and a song that are the basic of an advertising campaign and have been used since 1977 to promote tourism in New York City and later to promote New York State as well. The trademark logo is ornate by New York State Empire State Department. Many district and monument in the New York City are major landmarks, including three of the world's 10 most visited tourist attracted in 2023. A record 66.6 million tourists visited New York City in 2019, bringing in 7.4 billion in tourist revenue. Visitor number dropped by two-thirds in 2020 during the pandemic, rebranding to 63.3 million in 2023. Major landmarks in New York City include the Metropolitan Museum of Art, the Statue of Liberty, the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, and Central Park. Times Square is the briefly illuminated hub of the Broadway theater district and a major center of the world entertainment industry, attracting 15 million visitors annually. One of the world's busiest pedestrian intersection, according to the Broadway League show. One Broadway sold approximately 1.54 billion worth of tickets in both the 2022 to 2023 and the 2024 season. Both seasons featured theater attendance of approximately 12.3 million each. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe my YouTube channel.